What's today and what time is it?
Tuesday evening, going to Eagles Crossing. It's about a little after 9, rolling in from Nashville, where I was the prior week for the last Disc Golf Pro Tour stop. It's been a few years. The last time I came was the fall of 2022 for the Big Money Skins. So it's been, I guess, 2.5, 3 years since I've been back.
Oh my God, I did not. He gets the turn.
Gotta sit.
It's the gap.
Gotta sit.
The speed.
Wow.
Yeah, so tell us about your history that you have with this place.
Well, I think most notably is I won $50,000 here.
The richest putt in disc golf history about to be thrown by Calvin Heimburg.
Let's call it 19 feet. Yeah, maybe 21. 22.
Yeah, baby.
In disc golf history was just locked down. Calvin Heimburg.
$50,000 richer. Unbelievable, man. This is a moment for disc golf right here. This is history in the making.
I don't know that it immediately sank in, but it was definitely a huge relief, a great feeling, you know, knowing you won 50 grand, and probably gonna be a tough feeling to match, but it is honestly probably something we've still been searching for since then.
When it comes down to somebody taking home $50,000, you gotta be cold. And Calvin is the Iceman. Under pressure, he's calculated, he's like a surgeon. And that shot he threw to win 50K, it's almost unrepeatable. In the moment like that, with no backswing, up against the tree, side hill lie, island green, like repeating it seems insane to even think about. Just making the choice to throw that shot is a little bit insane. Your first time that you drive in, it's hard to really wrap your head around what this place is and how big it is. It's 400 acres, almost exclusively dedicated to disc golf. There's nothing like it.
I think somebody got really close, but was still.
Man, Philip's a special guy. You can tell that he's worked really hard for what he has. He's very specific about what he wants. He's not in it for money, obviously. He's in it because he saw something, he saw a way to make it better, and he's taking the steps to do that.
It'll make you shed tears when you mess up.
Yeah, there's OB everywhere, there's trees everywhere. You already don't get a good look at your shot when you throw it perfect, so imagine throwing it bad.
No, that is not true. Brad just, I guess, has a loose definition of perfect. You made good decisions so you don't have to throw shots like this. Oh, beat it.
Oh, dang. Okay.
That worked better than it should have. I got my first disc as a 3-disc starter set, and it was just kind of a random gift from my grandparents. I don't know if it was like super exciting or anything, but it was something that I was able to go out and do on the weekends with my dad. I eventually had a friend in Boy Scouts. I was a little older than me who who also played with his dad, so we started playing together, and I think it kind of took off there because I had like someone my age to play with, and you know, and started going to tournaments with him. That's probably around starting, you know, 8th grade to high school, and you know, it just slowly became a larger and larger part of my life as I got older.
Are we going to see any change, or is this full throttle?
No, full throttle today. Today I got my eyes on Calvin Heimburg, actually. He's right behind the camera. That's who I'd be looking at. We're going to try to be giving him the business today.
First timer on the program. Yep. Big request, get you on. Talent, obviously. Kev says he's going to heckle you. I'm guessing he does. What are you gonna do?
Smile.
Yeah.
Maybe. Probably not actually, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably throw some friendly jabs back.
Yeah.
Calvin was here before I got here. He was playing lead cards at World Championships in 2015. When he popped off and won Las Vegas, that's when Calvin really jumped onto my radar. And Calvin put in the work and definitely launched himself onto the stage. And I wasn't there in 15, and if you're in or were from Florida, you definitely knew Calvin Heimburg's name. But I think it was a switch that he made once he graduated college to really give it everything. And when he did that, everybody knew his name.
I just done 2 mediocre shots. Probably gotten the same result if I missed this. Well, luckily it was worth it. It was all worth it. Player 1 counts. Player 3 counts too.
Early morning coffee. Cole's got the camera out already. What is it, 8:15? Yep.
Well, it's for the day, so we gotta
You know, it is indeed. Isaac's out there striping lines. Good boy.
Yeah, this one's a special one. It's only 32 players. It's the only time we're doing that this year, invitational only. We wanted to bring together a really elite field, 8 cards, that's it, of 32 of the top MPO golfers in the world. We've got Europeans, we've got people from Czech Republic, we've got Estonians, and then we got a bunch of really good Americans and some talent that's already won this year.
I think, you know, with Calvin taking down the big money skins, I've played a couple holes with him out here this week. He's looking pretty strong.
Going into the GK Pro interview, I was told to go up here.
With absolute all-stars here. We're going to pretty much a chump. This guy just like snuck in.
Last second.
Yeah, last second.
He filled in one of the drops.
He kind of filled in. I don't know if you guys are going to know this guy, but what is it, Gannon Buhr? Yeah, we got Gannon Buhr here. Your first time on the property this week?
No.
You came from Big Money Skins.
Yeah. What was that toss?
It wasn't the best toss.
That was a very bad toss.
Thank you.
It's probably not even on anymore. But yes, I played the Big Money Skins in 2022.
Have a seat, sir.
Super cinematic.
Super cinematic. Introduce yourself.
I'm Gannon Buhr from Urbandale, Iowa.
Gannon's actually a fantastic player to watch. He's the youngest player in PDGA history to reach 1,000 rating, and there is some crazy potential there.
I got to hear the whispers, this junior kid shooting 1,000 rated, first 12-year-old or 13-year-old to shoot 1,000 rated. Like, Gannon, we all knew he was coming.
It was about 2014. I've always loved like trick shots and stuff like that, and so I was watching videos on YouTube. I saw Brody Smith, and so I wanted to go to the store to buy an Ultimate Frisbee to do some trick shots because I just moved to a town. Went to the store and I bought a Firebird by accident, my disc golf disc, so kind of just was an accident, the whole thing. And then yeah, I practiced. My mom started taking me to tournaments. I won one rec, one intermediate, and I started winning a bunch of advanced tournaments kind of, I think 2018, and in 2019 I moved up to pro when I was 14, and I won my first tournament averaging I think 1030.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to the MJ15 World Champ from the 2019 PDGA Junior Disc Golf World Championships, Gannon Buhr. Congratulations.
It doesn't always pan out. Most of the time it doesn't pan out. Lots of those people you hear about never amount to anything. I could list names, amateur world champions, junior champions. That doesn't mean anything when it comes to the pro tour, to the top level, to the best in the world, striving to really to take things down and as competitive as it comes.
The COVID year, I was planning to play a couple of tour events, but unfortunately I injured my ACL in my left knee and I couldn't play for 4 months. I couldn't even walk for 2 months, so that was definitely the worst time of my life, easily. Went to the Music City Open last week and injured my left knee again on my LCL ligament, and kind of stretched it, sprained it, I guess you could say, and heard a loud pop, and I thought I was done there for, you know, who knows how long. I didn't know how bad it was.
Well, and because previously in 2020, almost ended my disc golf career, the pop I had last week is even louder, and so I was like, I'm done. And it was like so random, so, you know, I have 2 problems with this knee already, so hopefully we can get those cleared up. I'm gonna do some strength training, hopefully, and get that feeling better.
I think those joints are they're still loose, you know, they allow a little more, they can take a little more, so it definitely sounds bad when you hear about it, like a pop and whatever else, and I've definitely heard and felt pops. I've had knee surgeries, I know how that goes, but Gannon doesn't feel like he's had the one that's gonna like be hard to come back from.
So here they call you Tall Paul.
That's correct.
Why do they call you that?
I believe I might be the tallest Paul, so. From a disc golfer's perspective right now, I just believe that everyone is so capable of taking down an event, any event. It seems like those 2 names come up constantly when people are talking about who's going to win, who has the ability to win.
I would say Gannon's probably the biggest competition on any given day. He just hasn't quite, you know, come all the way through for a win this year, but I would say Gannon's the biggest competition out here.
I think it means that he respects my game. Obviously, we played together so many times in the last couple of years, and yeah, I mean, he's also one of my, you know, scariest competitors to play against. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. It shows that my hard work has paid off, and you know, it feels good to be the guy that has the target on his back. Ezra Robbins has had a really good season also, and Anthony Barella kind of waiting to have that breakout win for this season so far. So, I would say those 3 guys are definitely the ones I'm looking at.
I think anytime I come into a tournament and I'm feeling good, I think I have a chance to win. I think you have to go into the tournament feeling that way if you want to and feel good, so I think I have a good chance.
I think I see myself winning this event. I think I can just get hot, string together some birdies, keep it safe. The OB is so tight out there, it looks like, that you know, I think if I can put myself in position day 1, once I've seen the course, I think I'll be pretty comfortable.
Any luck? Yeah, dude, I have like 7. Calvin, how many fish do you have? 5.
Only 4.
I think I need Albert's pliers.
Alright, you okay?
Wait, you're 1 behind me, Calvin? Well, don't do that.
So mechanically inaccurate,
I stopped fishing when I was like 15. When I was done, probably decided to do something else. That's why disc golf has really been like the only thing in my life that's stuck. Yeah. I went through all the sports, did them all, tried everything. Worked 7 years in a packaging supply company doing sales. Like, did a bunch of things, and all of a sudden disc golf just grabbed me.
What's up? This is number 8. I'm your current leader. 8 fish.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest disc golf property on the planet. Today we are presenting the Eagles Crossing Masters Invitational,
we have assembled 32 of the finest disc golfers on the planet to compete on this very challenging course. How's the weather looking today, Paul?
The weather looks amazing. Not a cloud in the sky, a slight breeze, grass is nice and dry. Should be optimal scoring conditions out here.
Gotta freshen up a little bit for the later tee times, accentuate the mustache. I guess we're bringing the hats back. It was Germ's idea, but it's a great one. We're all doing it.
You want on your hat? All right, I got you. There you go.
Size is how cheap we're actually looking. Yeah, it's 2 32-ounce water bottles in the center. So keep the structure here while
How you feeling? You ready?
I'm good, man. I'm excited for today.
The struggle for par is a very real struggle that all of the people watching can feel. That's the game they play. So to watch people play a similar game, albeit on a much harder course, that's actually the really good action, and that's what Eagles Crossing gives you.
What's up? You're ready to see how this course plays in a tournament.
Yeah.
Calvin is just like, I feel like a calculator. You look over at him, he's just like blank-faced. He doesn't add any emotion to it.
I think Calvin and I are good friends even on the course, but Calvin, I just feel like overall is just a solid guy, and so I have a great time with him.
I don't think Gannon, I don't think he's looking at anyone as a mentor. I think he's already, made it to the top. So I don't think he's looking for any mentoring. I think he just has his own goals and he's going out there and trying to achieve those. I think Gannon has soared to heights even higher than I have. So, his potential is, limitless.
Jumping back into that action with another par 5 back-to-back.
Threw a good drive off the tee, and the second shot, I thought I threw pretty good.
That's for sure. He's got a great Anheuser release with a slightly overstable disc. Yeah. He also knows how to go the hyzer flip if he needs it. But typically, the main shot you're going to see from Emerson.
Oh, wait, what?
No way.
Okay, he's hit 4, clips a tree, kicks so far out of bounds, hits another tree, kicks even further out of bounds, and somehow kicks back in bounds, which doesn't make any sense. I just had the luckiest break in my career.
So what is the total? 4.45 or something? Yeah. That's incredible that these guys just pick this hole apart.
Yeah. We had 15% of the field taking double bogey or worse.
Yeah, no doubt.
A lot of them have described today like 2 different rounds. It's just a journey here at the championship course. So it's like almost 4 mini rounds put together. Everybody played pretty rough that first one. We're seeing some hot scores on this back 9. Everybody's coming in hot.
Why athletic things look easy for somebody like Yona.
That's exactly right.
We got Vino Makwa in first place, solo at 4 under par. Gannon Buhr still has a couple holes left, and he's tied with Anthony Barella, 1 stroke back of that. And then another stroke back is Emerson Keith, Nicola Castro, Kevin Jones, Gavin Rathbun, and Robert Burridge. And we got Emerson teeing off on hole 18. Got to carry it 450 feet just to get it back in bounds. Is Calvin really going forehand through the gap? Oh my God. This is crazy, dude. This is crazy. Doesn't hit a thing. Go, 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 go. Inbounds, bottom of the base. Safe. If Calvin makes this, he secures his spot on lead card. Gannon's sitting on lead card already right now, but he's got an eagle putt to literally take the solo lead. So these guys have stormed back into this thing, just like we knew they'd do.
And Gannon to match him with the eagle.
Yeah, maintain a 1-stroke lead over Calvin.
That's course record.
Course record.
The new course record has just been hit. 5 under par.
Gannon Buhr carding a 312 rated 5 under par. That's the highest rating we've seen here on the Go Throw Tour.
Okay.
The highest I've ever heard about in a singles match for UDisc grading.
I think with the conditions I had today, I could have shot a 10 or 11, maybe even a 12 under par. It's definitely out there.
I'm still missing my power forehand. I threw some pretty good ones today, but you know, the knee's preventing me a little bit there. So, but overall, I definitely trust my knee a lot more. So that felt super good, especially with the bunch of high-level tournaments coming up, and including this one. So, yeah, just moving in the right direction.
It's anybody's ball game tomorrow. There's 8 people, and I'd even consider Mason Ford, and even the even pars at Bradley Williams, Emerson Keith, Yesay, and Yona, and Albert. Wow, all those guys are tied for 10th. We have 4 people at 2 under, and 5 people at even par. Only 5 strokes back. This is anybody's ball game. It's going to be windy tomorrow. Those OBs are tight. You are going to bogey. It's how you react to that bogey, and if you've got the patience to make it to those back 9 birdies.
Honestly, I'm a bit surprised. I'm not really sure exactly how many times this lap has been played, but to have the course record does feel good, and I don't think that will be broken tomorrow, so hopefully I'll be able to hold it for a while.
Ladies and gentlemen, disc golf fans everywhere, today you are tuned in to the conclusion of the 2025 Eagles Crossing Masters Invitational.
All right, you give me a clap. Okay, so yeah, let's kind of talk about today. How did it go?
Yeah, the anticipation was, as big as any go-through event so far, knowing the card that we had, knowing what they were about to undertake.
How's the weather looking?
The weather is looking like wind. Somebody brewed up a big old batch of wind, 19 miles per hour throughout most of the afternoon. Yikes.
Like I said yesterday, you're just asking to just go out there and be hit in the face. It was 30-mile-an-hour headwinds on hole 1. It was playing almost a stroke over par. Half the field was throwing it straight right out of bounds, advancing 70 feet and then throwing again, trying to save bogey and getting doubles and stuff. It was just I was sending my friends out to get slaughtered is what it felt like.
Today wasn't my greatest round. I don't know, lots of ups and downs, yeah, not the greatest day on the green, I guess, probably would be the best way to describe it. Yeah, I would say putting in general wasn't necessarily the greatest, but there was plenty of other mistakes made.
Yeah, surprising to see them miss some shots that they're typically really good at. They put themselves in good positions after their drives. Like Calvin had the putting woes on hole 4. That's mentally a really hard thing to come back from. To miss that many putts and to watch the disc roll away like that. You can't help but feel like it's a bit of unluckiness, and some days are our days and some days aren't. And you can't decide what kind of day it is on the course, Yeah, each loss brings you that much closer to a win. And you gotta believe that. You gotta have that goldfish memory. You gotta be able to move on, to believe that you're gonna learn from your lessons, to believe that you'll take the strengths that you brought this week and you'll combine them with adjustments for next week, and that the best of you is still waiting to come out. Well, you just believe in yourself and make it happen.
We've had better days. Wind is brutal.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I feel like I didn't give up at any point. To be completely honest, there was a couple shots that I thought I threw really good and just basically went out of bounds. And that's how it goes sometimes, Even my good shots found a way to kick out of bounds, it felt like. So, when I was down 8 strokes at that point, I just tried to have some fun and finished the round with some, good vibes. But, I'm not really one to, talk honestly positive, even when I'm playing on the course, because I, in my mind, when I, maybe think positively or talk positively, it kind of takes away, it's kind of like making the mistakes seem like they're okay, but they're not. You gotta find a way to correct off your mistakes. And so if that means being hard on yourself, typically that's what gets me to, start birdieing again.
All right, AB, let's stick this on it.
Good, sir. Go ahead and have a seat. Oops. Oh.
My name's Anthony Barella, and I won the Masters at Eagles Crossing today.
Well, your champion, Anthony Barella.
Deservingly so. The shots he threw, insane. 4 birdies coming down the stretch. When it mattered the most, he clutched up. He hit the putts, made the shots. Man, that's your champion right there.
Feels great. Came into the tournament 2 back of Gannon. I knew it was just gonna have to stay in it. This course plays like you're playing 36 holes. There's so many big shots you have to throw, so just had to stay in it to the end.
It's crazy to bring that hunger every single week. That's what Gannon does. It's the hardest part about what we do in our sport. The hunger for birdies, like the need to get birdies all the time, to throw the right shot, to throw it as good as you can, to focus like you know you can. Gannon wants to do it more than anybody. When you're that focused and you're that single track minded, greatness can occur. He's already shown it, so he knows it's in him, and it's just like he feels he needs to continue to do it because it's what he was like put here to do.
Gannon's the #1 player in the world. Calvin, obviously one of the most competitive, one of the greatest players in our sport. So it feels good to beat them whenever you can. I don't care if it's a C tier non-sanctioned. It's not easy to beat guys like that.
These events that we've been throwing, there's just a consistent feel and happiness to all of the consumers, the spectators that are coming. They really enjoy what they're seeing. It's a little bit more up close or something, you know, and it's a similar feel here. You're getting a chance to watch them go through their bag and you really see all parts of their game. And that's what, you know, Into the Wind really is. It's that behind the scenes, it's that like very intimate feel where you're getting into the players' minds, you're getting into the production team's mind, and you're able to see disc golf at the base level. We're around the campfire, we're fishing down at the lakes, we're eating these big meals together and playing board games and whatever have you. We're doing this because we love it. I mean, in that intro, Gabe says it the best. Thank God I love disc golf. At the end of the day, like that's why I'm working, because I love the community. I love the people that own these courses. I love the people that film. I love everything about it. Damn.
Is it fun to watch it?
Yeah, it is really fun to watch. They do things that other people can't. They do things that blow our minds. The amount of focus and precision and hand-eye coordination that it takes to do what they're doing is just, it's insane, man. It's really special.